anaerobic bacteria include Clostridium tetani, Clostridium botulinum. Anaerobic bacteria Clostridium tetani, Clostridium botulinum, Clostridium tetani, Clostridium botulinum, which helminthic cause anemia. Hook on who is helminthic cause anemia. Hook on ascariasis, leukemia, rotavirus cause diarrhea. Rotavirus cause diarrhea. Rotavirus cause diarrhea. Antiseptic agent হলো alcohol. Rotavirus cause diarrhea. The highest prevalence of cross infection occur at in intensive care unit. Highest prevalence of intensive antiseptic agent হলো alcohol. The most common nosocomial infection is urinary tract infection. The most common nosocomial infection, urinary tract infection. The most common nosocomial infection is urinary tract infection. Dysentery is the cause of entomobia histolytic. Entomobia histolytic. Dysentery is caused by entomobia histolytic. Entomobia histolytic. Dysentery is caused by entomobia histolytic. Dysentery is caused by entomobia histolytic. Entomobia histolytic. Sterilization can be done autoclaving, boiling hot air and oven. EPI vaccine is include poliovirus, diphtheria vaccine and tetanus vaccine. EPI vaccine is include poliovirus, diphtheria vaccine, tetanus vaccine. EPI vaccine is include poliovirus, diphtheria vaccine, tetanus vaccine. EPI vaccine is include poliovirus, diphtheria vaccine, tetanus vaccine, poliovirus, diphtheria vaccine, tetanus vaccine. EPI vaccine is include poliovirus, EPI vaccine, tetanus vaccine, poliovirus, EPI vaccine, tetanus vaccine. EPI vaccine is include poliovirus, diphtheria vaccine, tetanus vaccine. Germ negative bacteria is salmonella, Salmonella Clostridium, Proteus, Salmonella, Clostridium, Proteus. Essential component of bacteria: cell membrane, cell wall, nucleus. Live vaccine is BCG, tetanus, আর এটা হলো measles মানে harm. Which is the causative agent of enteric fever? Which is causative agent of enteric fever? Enteric fever. Salmonella typhim. Salmonella typhim. Which is cause of enteric fever? Salmonella typhim. Which is cause of enteric fever? Salmonella typhim. The common cause of UTI is E. coli. 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 E. coli. Streptococcus. The common cause of UTI is E. coli. The common cause of the common cause of UTI is equally. 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 The common cause of which virus cause diarrhea? Rotavirus. Which virus cause diarrhea? Rotavirus. The common STD. Sexual transmission of gonorrhea. AIDS. Acid fast. Tuberculosis. Microbacterium tuberculosis. Acid fast bacillus is microbacterium tuberculosis. Acid fast bacillus. The common is gonorrhea. Acid fast bacillus is microbacterium tuberculosis. Acid fast bacillus is microbacterium tuberculosis. Microbacterium lepra. Microbacterium bovis. Microbacterium bovis. Component of cell null, cell null nuclear, cell null non component of bacteria, cell null nuclear, cell null non, 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 cell null nuclear, cell null nuclear, cell null non, cell null non. Live vaccine are live vaccine হলো measles, oral polio virus, rubella, measles, oral polio virus, rubella, disease produced by insects are low, malaria, dengue are low, filariasis, disease produced by insects are low, malaria, dengue, filariasis, malaria, dengue, filariasis, malaria, dengue, filariasis, disease produced by mm, malaria, dengue, filariasis, disease produced by malaria, dengue, filariasis, disease produced by insect, ম্যালেরিয়া কি দ্বারা ম্যালেরিয়া মশার দ্বারা, ডেঙ্গু মশার দ্বারা, ফাইলেরিয়াসিস এটা কোন কীটপতঙ্গ দ্বারা, ফাইলেরিয়াসিস লা দিয়ে component of bacteria, like measles, oral poliovirus, or rubella. Sexual transmitted disease are low syphilis, AIDS, gonorrhea, AIDS, gonorrhea. Which vaccine caused by diarrhea? Rotavirus. Which virus caused by diarrhea? Rotavirus. Which is solid culture medium হলো ম্যাক কনজি আগার। Which is solid culture media? সলিড কালচার মিডিয়া হলো ম্যাক কনজি আগার সুইচ সলিড কালচার মিডিয়া হলো ম্যাক কনজি আগার মুইজ সলিড কালচার মিডিয়া হলো ম্যাক কনজি আগার Spore being bacteria is a Clostridium tetani. Spore being bacteria is Clostridium tetani. Spore being bacteria Clostridium tetani. Exotoxin produced by Clostridium tetani. Exotoxin produced by Clostridium tetani. Exotoxin produced by Clostridium tetani. The term microbiology was produced by Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur. The term microbiology is produced by Louis Pasteur. The term microbiology produced by Louis Pasteur. The term microbiology produced by Louis Pasteur. Louis Pasteur. Go to the Louis Pasteur. Student are influenza, AIDS, measles, viral disease, influenza, AIDS, measles, viral disease, influenza, AIDS, measles. Chemical disinfectants are phenol, Lysol, Dettol. Waterborne diseases are typhoid, cholera, waterborne disease, waterborne disease. envelovirus, SBV, SIV, influenza, SBV, SIV, influenza. Example envelovirus, SBV, SIV, influenza, SBV, SIV, influenza. Example of envelovirus, SBV, SIV, influenza. This is all live vaccine. Spore can be destroyed by autoclaving. Spore can be destroyed by autoclaving. Which virus can close the vagina? Hepatitis B virus. Which virus can close the highest prevalence of nosocomial infection is highest prevalence of nosocomial infection is the ICU, intensive care unit. Mode of transmission of dengue fever holo Aedes mosquito, Aedes mosquito, acid fast bacilli, হলো microbacterium tuberculosis, microbacterium lepra, microbacterium bovis, acid fast bacilli. Sexual transmitted disease হলো AIDS, gonorrhea, gonorrhea. Live vaccine আর হলো AIDS, syphilis, gonorrhea. Live vaccine আর হলো measles, oral polio vaccines আর হলো rubella. Measles, oral polio vaccine, rubella. Component of bacteria को cell wall, cell membrane, cell membrane আর হলো nucleate cell wall. Component of bacteria, component of CON, components of bacteria. Disease produced by incest are holo dengue, malaria, filariasis. Spore breathing bacteria holo Clostridium tetani. Spore breathing bacteria holo Clostridium tetani. Which virus cause diarrhea? Rotavirus. Which virus cause diarrhea? Rotavirus. Um, which virus cause diarrhea? Rotavirus. Exotoxin produced by exotoxin produced by Clostridium tetani. 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 Mm, exotoxin produced by Clostridium tetani. 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 Exotoxin produced by Clostridium tetani, which is a solid culture media. Mac which is solid culture media হলো Mac agar, which is solid culture media হলো Mac agar. Microbiology was discovered by microbiology discovered by Robert Koch. Chemical Lysol phenol litol. Chemical disinfection of Lysol phenol detol. Chemical disinfection of Lysol phenol detol. Chemical disinfection of chemical disinfection of Lysol phenol detol. Lysol phenol detol. Chemical disinfection of Lysol phenol detol. Viral disease are influenza, AIDS, measles. Viral disease হলো influenza, AIDS, measles. Influenza viral disease হলো influenza, AIDS, measles. Viral disease হলো influenza, AIDS, measles. Viral disease হলো influenza, AIDS, measles. Influenza, AIDS, measles. Common helminthitis infection in Bangladesh. Round on hook or malaria. Common helminthitis infection in Bangladesh. Round on hook or malaria. Purpose of immunization মানে নাকি purpose of immunization are to prevent infection, to reduce mortality, to reduce micro mortality, to reduce produce mortality, morbidity, reduce morbidity, and or morbidity. Morbidity শব্দের অর্থ কি? Waterborne disease আর হলো typhoid cholera, waterborne disease. How a spore can be destroyed by autoclaving. Prostitution is the study of parasite. Parasitology is the study of parasitology is the study of parasite. BCG vaccine is live vaccine. Nosocomial infection is more in the surgical ward. Surgical what mode of transmission of dengue fever is Aedes mosquito. Mode of transmission Aedes mosquito. Essential components of bacteria are capsule, capsule cell membrane, capsule cell membrane, nucleus. Essential component of bacteria. Essential essential component of bacteria capsule cell membrane, capsule cell membrane, nucleus, capsule cell membrane, nucleus, capsule cell membrane, nucleus. Common the common STDR sexual transmitted diseases are gonorrhea, syphilis, AIDS. Gonorrhea, syphilis, yes. Bacteria spores are bacteria spores are killed by autoclaving. Bacteria spores are killed by autoclaving. What is an oven and autoclaving? Mm, common parasite pasteurization. Helminthiasis, malaria, kala ajad, live vaccines are BCG, measles, BCG, measles. The common cause of UTI, equally. The common cause of UTI, equally. The common cause of UTI, equally. Vector of dengue fever, mosquito. Mosquito. Vector of dengue fever, mosquito. Rotavirus is the cause of diarrhea. Diarrhea. Rotavirus is the cause of diarrhea. Rotavirus is the cause of diarrhea. The term microbiology was introduced by Louis Pasteur. The term microbiology is introduced by Louis Pasteur. The term microbiology is introduced by Louis Pasteur. BCG is a live vaccine. 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 Germ negative bacteria is Salmonella, Shigella, coli. Germ negative bacteria is Salmonella, Shigella, Zorikilla, coli. Mm, Salmonella, Shigella. Solid media are blood agar media, Maconi agar media, chocolate agar media, blood agar media, Maconi agar media, chocolate agar media, blood agar media, Maconi agar media, chocolate agar solid media, blood agar media, Maconi agar media, chocolate agar media. Mosquito transmit Leishmaniasis, filariasis. Following virus can cross the placenta from the mother. Following virus can cross the placenta from mother to mother. Following virus can cross the placenta. Placenta from cross the placenta. Mother to hepatitis B virus, hepatitis E virus, rubella virus, waterborne disease are hello, typhoid, cholera, typhoid so waterborne disease hello, typhoid, cholera, one of the highest prevalence of nosocomial infection intensive care unit. What is the STD? Sexual gonorrhea, gonorrhea. Following are not viral infection. Anthrax, anthrax. Following are not viral infection. Anthrax. The most common cause of food poisoning is salmonella. And the most common cause of food poisoning is salmonella. Indication of urine culture is cause of UTI. 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 Most common cause of food poisoning is salmonella. Most common cause of food poisoning. Most common cause of food poisoning is salmonella. API schedule contain BCG vaccine, OPV vaccine এবং pentavalent vaccine. API schedule contain BCG vaccine, OPV vaccine, route of transmission of virus, SIV virus, sexual transmission, placental routes, sexual transmission, placenta play, parental route. Following are the fungal infection. Candidates, micro mucormyosis, helminthiasis, placenta through skin, না না এটা বন্ধ করে দিই। হ্যাঁ দরজা লাগা দিলাম, ডোন্ট ডিস্টার্ব। Describe different method of sterilization. Definition of sterilization. Sterilization is an absolute freeing of an article from any microbial burnt, including spore. Mm, burning including spore. Sterilization is an absolute freeing of an article from any microbial burn, including spore. Sterilization is the purpose of sterilization is the process of killing or removal of all microorganisms, including bacterial spores, which are highly resistant. Method of sterilization. Physical methods. Method of sterilization. Physical method. Dry head. Hot air oven, red head, flaming into incineration. Dry head, hot air oven, red head, flaming incineration. Moisture below 100 degrees Celsius. Pasteurization, vaccine bath, water bath, in spice. Below 100 degrees Celsius. Pasteurization, vaccine bath, water bath, in spice. Pasteurization, vaccine bath, water bath, in spice. 100 at 100 degrees Celsius. Boiling, steaming, thermalization. Above 100 degrees Celsius autoclaving. Radiation দিকে আমরা এক্স রে, ওয়াই রে, ইউভি রে। ফিল্টারেশনের মধ্যে রয়েছে ব্রেকফিল টাইপ, চ্যাম্বারলাইন টাইপ, স্লাইস টাইপ, মেমব্রেন ফিল্টার। আল্ট্রাসনিকেশন, আল্ট্রাসনিকেশনের মধ্যে রয়েছে আল্ট্রাসাউন্ড। কেমিক্যাল মেথড অফ স্টেরিলাইজেশন, এজেন্ট দ্যাট ডিসপিউট মেমব্রেন, ডিটারজেন্ট, সোপ, কার্সল, ফিনল, লাইজল, অ্যালকোহল। অ্যালকোহল মানে কি 70% ইথানল। এজেন্ট দ্যাট ডোনেচার অফ প্রোটিন, acid and alkylis, agent that infected group of protein or nucleic acid. Silver nitrate, halogen, choleria. Silver nitrate, silver sulfate. Common source of nosocomial infection and how will you prevent it? Common source of nosocomial infection: unsterilized or contaminated instrument, unsterilized or contaminated instrument. 2 নম্বরে আছে আমাদের হসপিটাল পার্সোনেল, ডক্টরস, নার্স অ্যান্ড ওয়ার্ড বয়। হসপিটালের ব্যক্তি থেকে হতে পারে, ডক্টর, নার্স, ওয়ার্ড বয় থেকে হতে পারে। আদার ইনফেক্টেড পেশেন্ট, wound infection, infected urine and infected stool. Waste disposal of hospitals, from environment, air, bones and the vomits. Prevention of nosocomial infection. Sterilization, hand washing or hygienic, isolation, where possible use of single use disposal item. Why possible use of single use disposal item, ensuring an effective administrative setup. Rational use of antibiotics. Rational মানে সঠিক মাত্রায় অ্যান্টিবায়োটিক্স ব্যবহার করতে হবে। Proper hospital waste disposal. Active oversight within the hospital. Wearing an apron during patient care reduce the risk of infection. Wearing an apron during patient care. Reduce the risk of infection. Adoption of effective effective techniques. The caries and the proper treatment. Drawing level of capsulated bacterium. Essential component of bacteria with function. Essential component of bacteria with function. Essential component of bacteria with function. Essential component and function. Essential component মধ্যে হচ্ছে সেল ওয়াল, সাইটোপ্লাজমিক মেমব্রেন, নিউক্লিয়েট, রাইবোজোম, মেসোজোম, পেরিপ্লাজম শেষ। সেল ওয়ালের মধ্যে সেল ওয়ালের ফাংশন হলো রিজিড সাপোর্ট, protect against osmotic pressure, Pressure, give rigid support, protecting respiratory pressure. Cytoplasmic membrane, it is the site of oxidative and transport enzyme. It is the site of oxidative and transport membrane. It is the site of oxidative and transport membrane. Nucleate contain genetics materials. Contain genetics material. Nucleate contains genetics material. Ribosome, protein synthesis. Ribosome on the protein synthesis. It is the site of action of aminoglycosides. Aminoglycosides. Yeah. So my. It is the site of action of aminoglycosides and erythromycosides. Mesosome participate in cell division and secretion. Participate in cell division and secretion. Participate in cell division and secretion. Ribosomal task is protein synthesis. The periplasm contain many hydroglytic enzymes, including beta lactamins. Mm, contain many hydrolytic enzyme. Periplasm contain many hydrolytic enzyme, including beta lactamase. Capsulated bacterium. Write down the object of EPI. EPI schedule in Bangladesh. Object of EPI. Write down the object of EPI. EPI schedule in Bangladesh. Object of EPI. Expanded program or immunization. Expanded program or immunization. Decrease mortality and decrease mortality and morbidity. Mortality and the morbidity of infants or a children from 6 above mentioned disease. Write down the object of EPI. EPI schedule এখানে EPI শিডিউলটা দেখতে হবে। Decrease disabilities from pulmonary slits, polymyelitis, decreased maternal mortality, decreased maternal mortality to prevent all the children from mentioned disease. To prevent all the children from six mentioned disease. To prevent all the children from six mentioned disease. To prevent all the children from six mentioned disease. Branches of medical microbiology and use of microbiology in nursing. Branches of medical microbiology and use of microbiology in nursing. Definition of medical microbiology. Medical microbiology is the branch of medical science. Medical microbiology is the branch of medical science that deals with medically important causative agent and the infectious disease with their pathogenesis and the diagnosis and treatment. Pathogenesis, diagnosis and treatment. Mm. Medical microbiology is the branch of medical science that deals with the medically important causative agent and infectious disease with their pathogenesis, diagnosis, and treatment. Branches of medical microbiology. Branches of medical microbiology: bacteriology, virology, mycology, parasitology, immunology, clinical microbiology. Bacteriology, virology, mycology, parasitology, immunology, clinical microbiology. Bacteriology, virology, mycology, parasitology, immunology, clinical microbiology. Bacteriology deals with bacterial anatomy and parasitology. 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 Disease produced by them. Pathogen deals with bacterial anatomy and physiology. Deals with bacterial anatomy and physiology. Disease produced by them. Deals with bacterial anatomy and physiology. Disease produced by them. Virology deals with viral anatomy and physiology. Disease produced by them. Pathogenesis, diagnosis and treatment. Virology deals with anatomy and physiology. Deals produced mycology deals with the structure and structure and physiology of the fungi with the disease produced by them. of their pathogenesis, diagnosis, and treatment. Parasitology deals with medically important parasites. Deals with medically important parasites such as protozoa and helminthisis. Helminthisis immunology deals with host response to microorganism. Deals with host response to microorganism. Clinical microbiology deals with organ specific medical disease. Deals with organ specific medical disease. Deals with organ specific medical disease. Clinical microbiology deals with organ specific medical disease. Use of microbiology in nursing. Help in prevention and the control of infection. Helps in prevention and the control of infection. Helps in prevention and control of infection. Guide sterilization and the disinfection procedures. Guide sterilization and the disinfection procedure. Helps in prevention and the control of infection. Helps in prevention and control of infection. Guides sterilization and the disinfection procedures. Mm, Aids in safe AIDS in safe handling and disposal of medical waste. Aids in safe handling and disposal of medical waste. Assist in correct specimen collection and transport. Assist in current specimen collection and transport. Assist in correct specimen collection and transport. Assist in current specimen collection and transport. Help nurse understand the disease spread. Support use of antibiotics. Support use of antibiotics and prevention of support use of antibiotics and prevention of wound care and infection and prevention. Wound care and infection prevention. Improve wound care and infection prevention. Infection prevention. Improve wound care and infection prevention. Maintenance hospital and the ward hygiene. Help maintenance hospital and ward hygiene. Help maintenance hospital and ward hygiene. Aids in understanding vaccine and uh, immunization program. Aids in understand vaccine and 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 immunization disposal prevention. Animal patient. Education and hygiene and disease prevention. Animal patient define communicable and non-communicable disease. How communicable disease are transmitted. Define communicable and non-communicable disease. Define communicable and non-communicable disease. Define communicable and non-communicable disease. How communicable diseases are transmitted. Definition of communicable disease. All illness due to a specific infectious agent. All illness due to a specific infectious agent and its toxin produced capable to directly or indirectly transmitted from man to animal, animal to man, animal to animal, from environment to man or animal. Definition of communicable disease. All illness due to a specific infectious agent and its toxic product to capable to directly or indirectly transmitted from man to animal, animal to man, animal to animal, from environment to man or animal. Definition of non-communicable disease. A non-communicable disease is a medical condition or disease that cannot be spread from one person to another person. Mode of communicable disease. Direct transmission or contact, indirect transmission or contact. ডিরেক্ট ট্রান্সমিশন অর কন্ট্যাক্ট ডিরেক্ট কন্ট্যাক্ট ডিরেক্ট ট্রান্সমিশন বলা যায় এখানে হচ্ছে লিপ্রোসি মেনি স্কিন অ্যান্ড আই ইনফেকশন চোখের যে ইনফেকশন এটা হলো সরাসরি হয় এসটিডি সেক্সুয়াল ট্রান্সমিটেড ডিজিজ অ্যান্ড এইডস ড্রপলেট ইনফেকশন টিউবারকুলোসিস ড্রপলেট ডিরেক্ট ট্রান্সমিশন মধ্যে কি ডিরেক্ট কন্ট্যাক্ট তারপর ড্রপলেট ইনফেকশন টিউবারকুলোসিস diphtheria, pertussis, many respiratory infection, contact with soil, hook on larvae, tetanus, hook on larvae, tetanus, mycosis, transplacenta, hepatitis B, AIDS, syphilis, transplacenta, hepatitis B, AIDS, syphilis, hepatitis B, AIDS, syphilis, skin and mucous membrane, rabies virus by dog bites, skin and mucous membrane, rabies virus by dog bites, Indirect transmission or contact. Indirect transmission or contact. Indirect transmission or contact. Vehicles borne, water, food, ice, and blood, serums, plasma, and biological plasma and biological product. Vector borne, biological and the mechanical, airborne transmission on droplet, nucleate, and the dust, droplet, nucleate, and dust. Vomit borne, no, towels, linen, and book capsule, spoon, ties, and a door. Instrument and surgical dressing. Unclear fingers and hand. Unclear finger and hand. Unclear finger and hand. Indirect transmission মধ্যে যেটা রয়েছে define তারপর এটা শেষ indirect transmission or contact vehicle borne vector borne airborne transmission vomit borne active immunity and passive immunity. Classification of immunity. Definition of immunity. Immunity is the ability of the body to recognize, destroy, and eliminate. Immunity is the ability of the body. Immunity is the ability of the body to recognize, destroy, and eliminate antigenetic material. Antigenetic material, bacterial uses protein etc. Which is the foreigner to its own. Which is foreigner to its own. Which is foreigner to its own. Which is foreigner to its own. Immunity is the ability of an organism. Immunity is the ability of an organism to resist a particular infection or toxin by the action of specific antibodies or sensitize with white blood cell. Immunity is the ability of an organism. Immunity is the ability of an organism. Immunity is the ability of an organism to resist a particular infection or toxin and by the action of specific antibodies or synthesis white blood cell. Difference between active and passive immunity. Difference between active and passive immunity. Difference between active and traits. Active immunity, passive immunity. Active immunity হলো active participation by host. Active participation by host. Active immunity হলো yes, active participation by host আছে, passive immunity তে নাই. One set of action. Immunity stand to develop after considerable latent period. Considerable latent period. Immunity start immediately. Duration of action long lasting, short lasting. Active immunity হলো long lasting, passive immunity হলো short lasting. Immunological memory হলো present. Active immunity হলো present, passive immunity হলো absent. Immunological memory হলো present, absent. Secondary immunity system হলো occurs. Active immunity তো ঘটে, not occur, এটা তো ঘটে না. Risks of hypersensitivity. Known risks of hypersensitivity. There is a risk of type 1 and type 3 hypersensitivity. No risk of hypersensitivity. There is a risk of type 1 and the type 3 hypersensitivity. Classification of immunity. Classification of immunity. Non-specific immunity. Innate immunity বা non-specific immunity বা genetic. Innate immunity B number होगा specific immunity. Non-specific immunity और specific immunity. Non-specific immunity, specific immunity. Genetic, constitutional. Genetics and constitutional. Mechanical. Genetics and constitutional. তারপর হলো mechanical. Keratin layer of skin. Mechanical মধ্যে keratin layer of skin. Infect intake mucous membrane. Genetics বা constitutional. Mechanical. তারপর হলো keratin layer of skin. Intake mucous membrane. Mycociliary movement, reflex, coughing reflex, and seizing reflex, humoral, natural bacterial flora, natural bacterial acid is gastric juice, complement system, interfero cellular, macrophage, eosinophil, natural killer, etc. Accurate, specific immunity, where antibodies are exposed to the body. Why antibodies are exposed to the body? Why is antibodies are exposed to the body? Why 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 antibodies are exposed to the body? Active, active. The natural or clinical or subclinical infection. Hepatitis B and virus infection. Clinical or subclinical infection. Hepatitis B. তারপরে ভাইরাল ইনফেকশন আর্টিফিশিয়াল হলো ডিফারেন্স টাইপ অফ ভ্যাকসিন ব্যাকটেরিয়াল ভ্যাকসিন bacterial vaccine, viral vaccine, and live attenuated vaccine. Why antigen are not exposed to the body? Why antigen are not exposed to the body? Natural way transfer or maternal antibodies to filters through placental. Transfer to maternal antibodies to filters through the placenta. Transfer of basic immunity. Specific immunity. Specific immunity. No. Passive immunity where agents are not exposed to the body. Exposed to why agents are exposed to the body. Natural মধ্যে transfer to maternal antibodies to fields through placenta transfer of antibodies from mother to infant by breast milk transfer to antibody from mother to infant by breast milk classification media with example difference between bacterial and virus classification of media classification of media on the basis of consistency on the basis of consistency solid media natural agar blood agar এবং chocolate agar media classification of media on the basis of consistency ভিত্তি করে on the basis of media solid media semi solid media liquid media solid media মধ্যে ন্যাচারাল আগার মিডিয়া ব্লাড আগার মিডিয়া চকোলেট আগার মিডিয়া চকোলেট আগার মিডিয়া সেমি সলিড মধ্যে সফট আগার মিডিয়া লিকুইড মিডিয়ার মধ্যে হচ্ছে পেপটন ওয়াটার বাইল বাথ সুগার বাথ পেপটন ওয়াটার বাইল বাথ সুগার বাথ on the basis of chemical nutritional function on the basis of chemical slash nutritional function simple basal media nutrient bath and pepton water glucose bath nutrient agar nutrient bath pepton water and glucose bath both specific media transport media structural media storage media science media structural media the basis of chemical on the basis of Arabic media Arabic media on the basis of auto requirement difference between virus and bacteria trace virus and bacteria trace virus and bacteria size below 30 nm smallpox virus and largest about 300 nanometer size bacteria সর্বোচ্চ সাইজের দিক থেকে ব্যাকটেরিয়া হলো বিলো 300 nanometer smallpox virus and largest smallpox virus and largest above 300 nanometer হলো streptococcal sites usually intrams cholera cooler intramuscular usually intramuscular intramuscular or extramuscular nucleic acid হলো either DNA or RNA but not both ভাইরাসের মধ্যে ডিএনএ থাকবে অথবা আরএনএ থাকবে কিন্তু উভয়টা থাকবে না বোথ ডিএনএ আর আরএনএ ডিএনএ থাকতে পারে আরএনএ থাকতে পারে দুটাই থাকতে পারে both DNA and RNA. Ribosome present. Virus ribosome present থাকে উপস্থিত থাকে, ব্যাকটেরিয়াতে থাকে না। মাইক্রোস্কোপি নট সিন বাই লাইট মাইক্রোস্কোপ হালকা মাইক্রোস্কোপ যন্ত্র দিয়ে দেখা যায় না। ইউজুয়ালি সিন বাই লাইট মাইক্রোস্কোপি যন্ত্র দিয়ে দেখা যায়। মাল্টি মাল্টিপ্লি মাল্টিপ্লি multiplication, replication and binary fission. Metabolics হলো absent, metabolics present আছে ব্যাকটেরিয়াতে। অ্যান্টিব্যাকটেরিয়াল সিনথেসিস প্রেজেন্ট, রেসিস্টেন্ট আর হলো রেসিস্ট্যান্ট আর হলো সেন্সিটিভ। রেসিস্টেন্স অ্যান্টিব্যাকটেরিয়াল সেন্সিটিভিটি, রেসিস্ট্যান্ট হলো সেন্সিটিভ। ইন্টার ইন্টার ইন্টারফেরিও সেন্সিটিভিটি, হলো সেন্সিটিভ আর হলো রেসিস্ট্যান্স, সেন্সিটিভ আর রেসিস্ট্যান্স। Down the essential and non-essential component and with their function. Essential and non-essential component of bacteria with their function. Essential component of bacteria: cell wall, cytoplasmic membrane, ribosome, nucleid, mesosome, periplasm. Cell wall, mitro, cytoplasm. Essential component মধ্যে কি রয়েছে? Essential component মধ্যে রয়েছে essential component cell wall, cytoplasmic membrane, ribosome. Give rigid support, protects against osmotic pressure. Cell wall হলো give rigid support, give rigid support, protect against osmotic pressure, give rigid support, protect against osmotic pressure. Cytoplasmic membrane, it is the site of oxidative and transport, and it is the site of oxidative and transport enzyme. Ribosome, protein synthesis, ribosomal ribosomal protein synthesis, site of action of protein synthesis, site of action of glycosides, anthocyanins. Nuclear holo contains genetics materials, contains genetics material. Mesosome holo participant in cell division and secretion, mesosome holo participants in cell division and secretion. Participant periplasm contains many hydrolytic including B lactation, contains many hydrolytic enzyme, including B lactation. Mm, contain many hydrolytic enzyme including B lactation, beta lactation. Petiplasm contain many non-essential components. Capsule protein. Pilus two types. Medias attachment to host cell surface. Pi pilus two types. Pilus pi pilus two types. Pilus two types. Medical attachment to host cell surface. 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 Flagellum. Non capsule protects against pathogenesis. Pills two types. Flagellum mortality. Sports provide resistance to dehydration. Provide resistance to dehydration, heat and chemical. Plasmids contain various type agent for antibiotics resistance and toxin. Contains various type of genes for antibiotics resistance and toxins. Granule, a site of nucleate in cytoplasm, glycocalyx, mediastin, adherence to host cell surface, define bacterial culture media. They classify media, advantage and disadvantage of solid media. 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 Mm. Define definition of bacterial culture media. Definition of bacterial culture media. Definition of bacterial culture media. Media can be defined as an artificial food for cultivation. Media can be defined as an artificial food for cultivation. Media can be defined as an artificial food for cultivation. Media can be defined as artificial food for cultivation. Media can be defined as artificial food for cultivation or cultivation of bacterial in the laboratory. Media can be defined as the artificial food for cultivation of bacteria in the laboratory. Example: Macconis agar medium, blood agar medium. Macconis agar medium, blood agar medium. Macconis agar medium, blood agar medium. Chocolates agar medium. Macconis agar medium, blood agar medium. Chocolate agar medium. Macconis agar medium, blood agar medium. Chocolate agar medium. Classification of media on the base of consistency. Consistency on the base of consistency. On the basis of consistency, solid on the media can be defined as the artificial food for cultivation of bacteria in the laboratory. Example of macronis agar media, blood agar media, chocolate agar media. Classification of media on the basis of consistency. Solid media হলো নিউট্রিয়েন্ট আগার মিডিয়া ব্লাড আগার মিডিয়া চকলেট আগার মিডিয়া সেমি সলিড মিডিয়া হলো সফট আগার মিডিয়া লিকুইড মিডিয়া হলো পেপটন ওয়াটার বাইল বাথ গ্লুকোজ বাথ পেপটন ওয়াটার বাইল বাথ গ্লুকোজ বাথ অন দ্য বেসিস অফ কেমিক্যাল নিউট্রিশনাল ফাংশন সিম্পল বেসাল মিডিয়া হলো নিউট্রিয়েন্ট আগার ব্লাড আগার পেপটন ওয়াটার গ্লুকোজ ব্রথ nutrient agar blood agar peptide water glucose bar nutrient agar blood agar peptide water glucose bar special media on the basis of chemical nutrition simple media special media transport media student media student media expo storage media holo saline media on the basis of oxygen requirement aerobic media advantage of solid media. The bacteria can be identified by studying the coloni character. Mm. Media can be media can be identified by studying the columnar character. Media can be identified by studying the columnar character. Media can be identified by a columnar and media can be identified by studying the colony character. Colony character. Mixed bacteria can be separated. Advantage of solid media: mixed bacteria can be separated. Decreased growth and as colony. Decreased growth as colony. Easy to study. Morphology of bacteria. Easy to study. Morphology of bacteria. Easy to pick up. Easy to handle. Isolation. সাধারণ প্রশ্ন. Isolation of bacteria as per culture is possible. Classification of bacteria on the basis of morphological classification. Cocci, they are round. Monococci, they remain in single. And monococci and diplococcus, they remain in double. Streptococcus, they remain in same chain from They remain in sand from Streptococcus. They remain in cluster. They remain in cluster. Basically, they are in round road like bacteria. Equally,
ভাই মুড়ি খাবো ভাই, চলো ভাই ভাই,
Spirocatus.
মুড়ি খাবো ভাই, মুড়ি খাবো
যাচ্ছি ভাই।
বন্ধু। আমরা এখন মুড়ি খাবো বন্ধু, চলো। পড়াশোনা অনেক করলাম বন্ধু।
বন্ধু দোয়া করো যেটা পড়ছি সেটা যেন আমার মাথায় থাকে।
জি বন্ধু, তুমি বন্ধু, আমি তোমাকে কমন দেই।
কমন দিবা?
তুমি বন্ধু ইপিআই শিডিউল পড়বা। তুমি বন্ধু নন কমিউনিকেবল ডিজিজ পড়বা, কমিউনিকেবল ডিজিজ পড়বা, নোজোকোমিয়াল ইনফেকশন পড়বা, তুমি ব্যাকটেরিয়াল গ্রোথ কার্ভ পড়বা, ব্যাকটেরিয়াটা পড়বা এক কথায়। তুমি মিডিয়া পড়বা,
হয়েছে তাইলে তো সবই হয়ে যাচ্ছে আস্তে আস্তে।
বুঝছো? তুমি এই 6টা 8টা পড়বা, 2টা করে কোন পাবা। তুমি ডেঙ্গু ফিভার পড়বা।
ইকুয়ালি স্পাইরো
বুঝছেন গাইস? আপনারাও পড়েন।
এই শালা
ওইটা তো লাইভ চলে গেছে আল্লাহ।
স্পাইরো ভাইরো ভাইরো দে আর comma shape hex viral on the base of gram positive. They are violet in color on jam stain. They are violet in color on jam stain. Jam negative. They are red in color on jam negative. On the basis of acid fast standing. Acid fast mycobacterium tuberculosis non-epithelial streptococcus equally and the most of the on the base of spore formation. Spore forming bacteria hello clostridium specific non-spore forming bacteria hello streptococcus virulence on the basis of oxygen recruitment. Oligates aerobic. Their requirement O2 cannot live without oxygen. As example, hello microbacterium tuberculosis facultative and low growth with or without oxygen. Equilibrium obligates and low growth only absent of oxygen requiring oxygen. Clostridium species on the basis of position of the host cell. Obligates intercellular extracellular on the basis of temperature. Bacterial growth based on the low temperature 15 to 20 degrees Celsius. Mesophytic bacterial growth based on body temperature 30 to 37 degrees Celsius. Thermophil bacterium growth based at the temperature of 50 to 60 on the basis of the cell wall. Bacteria living in cell. Most of the bacteria living in mycoplasm. বন্ধু যাচ্ছি।